Welcome to the DaTreeHouse Podcast. I'm your host, Smokey, and he is...
Gojira.
And he is...
Rubberducky.
We're going to start off this podcast a little salty on Overwatch. I believe you two have a story about how competitive sucks right now.
I mean, here's the thing about when we play. I haven't been playing Overwatch competitive because of the Gears of War stuff. I got my seriously, which I talked about last podcast, so that's fine. Unfortunately, Dojira wasn't here.
Oh, the ice machine's working.
Yeah, the ice machine's finally pumping out some ice. It works slower than I thought it would, somehow. My brother's thrown parties here, and every time that thing's just filled with ice.
I don't know how I've always, whenever it's a fresh batch, I take it.
Why?
Because it's fresh ice!
Your brother's a party master, man. He just knows how to use that thing.
I guess. But whatever. The thing about competitive Overwatch, you guys have such shit luck when you guys play.
Tell me
I have great luck.
We have shit luck with people.
With people. That's what I mean.
They don't qualify as people. With toxic gamers.
With your teammates.
There we go. All right, go.
Whenever I play by myself, I get really good. You've seen the teammates that I get. They're solid.
They know how to cooperate.
They're solid teammates. I play the support, and it's like, hey, me as support, like, hey team, I'm getting attacked by this flanker, and immediately the team's like, let's kill that fucking flanker. Make sure our supports are alive.
Make sure the guys that are healing us, keeping us alive, we keep them alive.
Yeah.
Keep the circle of life going.
Meanwhile, you guys are playing competitive, and it's like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Because Dojira mains Reinhardt, you're more of a flex player, Smokey, but you kind of teeter on morally support-ish.
Support and tank.
And then Zarya.
You've been support a lot lately.
That's because nobody wants to play support.
Yeah, for some reason.
I don't know what. It's like honestly, I love playing support, but every once in a while, I was like, look at the team comp. We kind of need an extra tank. I don't know why we have 3 DPSs. All right, whatever. They're not staying behind the tank. Sure. Okay, go out there and do your thing. But then, I play a support as a healer. I'm a Mercy. I have to stay behind everybody. Shit. Just like Rubberducky said, oh my god, I'm getting attacked. Nobody helps me.
You do all the work and get all the blame.
That's what a support class does.
That's the crux of a support. If shit goes wrong, it's your fault. Shit goes well, you don't get any credit.
They'll be like, oh, thanks. Maybe pat you on the back once.
Not even that. You get no credit. Rarely, when I find a team, I get all the credit.
Will ever get credit is from another support.
True.
Or players who know the plight of the support.
If you get to play the game, then they'll see it, and that's about it.
No, not even that. Like, oh, it's just a res, nothing happened. Oh, it's just a tranquility that saved everybody. Nothing important, nothing awesome. Like, dude, it saved the team, and you're shitting on them.
Even a 2-man res can change the flow if they fight.
I know that's the problem. Like, nah, it's just easy res.
One time, Smokey and I, as 2 freaking Zenyatas, 2 Zennies, took over a point on ourselves.
Well, I mean, Zenny's ultimate flanker. Genji and Tracer and like Sombra, it's like, yeah, they're decent flankers, sure, whatever. Zenyatta, ultimate flanker.
No,
you cannot hear that fucker.
Zenyatta is like the best secret DPS of the support.
No, he's the best flanker because I've seen people, because he has no fucking footsteps, he goes behind enemy lines, and it's like, hey, the clips that I've seen where they tell the team, hey, kill only the Ana or kill only the support. And that Zenyatta goes to their spawn and then like waits around the corner until like the support comes back, or like kill a squishy player. And the person goes through the door and it's like, I'm already charging like my 5 balls straight to the head.
Mm-hmm. What's the Zero was saying before, like when we were playing Mystery Heroes, me and him literally just floated through everybody. He get a Discord, I nail him, and they just died.
And vice versa.
We just took care of each other with a total of 40 balls to the face with Discord on like about 2 targets no matter what. We kept our harmony orbs on each other, so we always...
They couldn't do anything
about it. They couldn't kill us.
The funniest thing.
Oh no, a Tracer. Balls to the face, balls to the face, ball to the face.
I find that hard to believe because Zen's healing is piss poor.
Nobody was shooting at us for some reason.
Work. They couldn't get us or something.
I mean, that's shitty aim on their part because literally Zenyatta cannot heal.
Probably, but we did
amazing.
We did knock them out before they could even get that close to us anyway, so...
Like, literally...
I mean, with a Discord orb, sure. Can you Discord the same target, though?
No.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Because
then you both get 50% damage.
Charge shots, pretty much.
It was, like, basically, if he got 3 off, I had 3 off, total of 6 shots in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need 3. Two will kill a Tracer with or Genji
No,
with headshots.
The enemy team kept getting tanked. We just kept taking them out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Even with short shots.
But we're getting off track here. This is the whole me having good luck with my teammates that I get. And you guys are just magnets for bad teammates.
Yeah.
Because you, Smokey, get nothing but teammates that just bag on you for your healing.
For being a quote-unquote bad healer.
And Dojiro over here, because I joined him for a game, and there was a game where you were playing Reinhardt.
We're two kids.
There were these two fucking prepubescent kids.
Squeakers.
Squeakers.
Tweakers.
I was thinking tweakers, yeah, for some reason.
Were you thinking
squeakers.
like frizzy hair, misbuttoned shirt, always addicted to coffee?
No, I was thinking more like unbuttoned shirt, spiky hair, and addicted to alcohol.
That's called your brother.
Doesn't have hair.
You sure?
Very sure.
Not on his head, maybe.
I mean, sure.
He's just a bald gorilla.
Yeah.
No. But,
have you seen his forearms, man?
seen my forearms?
They're like longer than his legs. Like a gorilla.
No. But,
he's a Neanderthal.
Dojiro was playing Ryan, and, you know,
Come on, man.
I'll admit, not your best game.
No.
You'll admit, not your best game.
It really wasn't.
Not your best
So
game.
it wasn't called for?
It was uncalled for.
Yeah.
These two kids immediately just railing on you, calling you an idiot and this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, he's giving them pigs. Oh, he doesn't have a shield up. Oh, it's because he's a silver player. Now, before that, I am currently ranked silver right now, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not the best, but I'm certainly not that bad, and I was only silver for bad circumstance because I have such shitty luck playing solo with teammates who are like those kids.
Yeah.
And that's what brings me down. I like to think I can hold my own as a Reinhardt.
You can.
But everyone brings me down.
As a current plat player, he does do exactly what a Reinhardt does, where he says, my shield's at 500, everybody back off. But I'm assuming these kids are just standing there like, oh my god, I'm not getting shields because Reinhardt pulled off. Like, he said his shield is down. Why are you still standing there?
Look, if I'm doing bad at a game, just tell me what I'm doing wrong in a nice, positive way. You know, and maybe I could pull one over and just, you know, make it a better game. But no, they were just railing me the entire time. I don't want to talk bad because they're kids. What am I going to say?
Fuck you and fuck your shit and grow some balls, you piece of shit. Pubescent fucking squeaker.
That was option
You know
A.
what you can do? You can find out how they're paying for their, if they're stupid, how they're paying for their Xbox Live, find out what the name of the credit card is, and call the parents.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a lot of work. What I did...
I don't know what kind of revenge you want to do.
I had some good things, and I like to believe that what I did made them shut the fuck up.
So after they were done railing on me, they turned their attention to our friend Ducky here, who was playing a Mercy at the time.
Which was like a
complete
fuck up. That was a complete fuck up.
That was a complete fuck up. Because I'm joining you. I'm also a plat player. And I'm joining you. You're the silver player, but it's our other 4 teammates are all gold, including these 2 tweakers. After they were pretty much bitching at you, and we finally kind of got on the point-ish, they turned their attention to me because I somehow was unable to keep them alive. Probably because they were all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
And we could have used a second support, which finally at some point, after we captured the point, someone else switched to. I don't remember who. Certainly not those tweakers.
A working rando?
A working rando. But
there was a player rando. There we go, my bad.
There was a point where we were turning a corner, and I was healing one of the tweakers who was D.Va, and
Baby
immediately
D.Va?
No, Mech D.Va.
Okay.
I'm healing Mech D.Va.
Just to be clear.
He's out there, not really using his defense matrix to the best of his ability. Loses his mech immediately. He goes into Baby D.Va form, and I'm keeping him healthy, but also boosting his attack damage, so that he can maybe get a kill, maybe get lucky. Also, it'll help get his mech back faster because he's doing more damage.
Yeah.
Also, it'll help me get my res up faster because I'm helping you. So,
exactly.
Don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing.
DPS from Mercy, there's a formula for that, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, clearly, because I'm the plat player. I'm not saying I'm like fucking Grandmaster, but clearly you're gold, I'm plat. I know what I'm doing.
You're there for a reason.
Yeah. And then I see the other support player, and I'm like, oh, he's about to die. So I leave the D.Va, who keeps popping her goddamn head out, in and out, trying to get picks with her fucking pistol. I go and leave the D.Va to help the Zenyatta. And then that guy's like, Mercy, you're fucking nano boosting me, not healing me, and this and that. And I was like, all right, I've had enough. So at this point, I unmute my mic. And
Mercy! Oh my god, you're so freaking retarded. Mercy! Oh.
This is what I say, pretty much verbatim. G, what would be the smart thing to do? Heal you who's lost your mech, or heal the other support who can help me keep the team alive. And that's all I said. And it sounded like he was going to try and come back at me, but he just fizzled out.
He definitely fumbled for a bit with
He
his
fumbled
words.
whatever his response was going to be. Whatever it was going to be, he fumbled it. And then after that, he shut the fuck up. And so did his teammate.
And during the second game, they were pretty quiet.
Yeah, during the second game, they were pretty quiet. I never mentioned that I was plat and you shouldn't, don't tell me what to fucking do. I know what to do. I know what I'm doing as Mercy.
You didn't pull rank. You just pulled skill.
I didn't put rank.
You pulled logic.
I put logic. Obviously, if I keep the other support alive, that support's going to help me keep the team alive. Because obviously, I can't heal you when you take so much goddamn damage. But still, I like to believe that me saying that to that guy and him fumbling his response made him shut the fuck up. Because like Dojira said, in the second round, they were very quiet. Granted, we still lost that game, and they were still quite
They
pissy.
still screamed, but they didn't single anyone out.
Yeah, they didn't single anyone out. They certainly didn't single us out anymore.
Was it the same kids that were like, oh, we played with this Bastion player the other game, he sucked? Was it the same kids?
Yeah,
they
same
were
kids.
playing with a Bastion player in the game before us, and they had said, oh my god, this Bastion's now on the other team, and he was like freaking giving them picks when he was on our side, but now he's good all of a sudden. Why is he good on their team? So they were going to have that toxic attitude no matter what they were doing, and they were probably going to do the same to me if I played on the other team.
If only. That would have been the best.
Only.
That would have been the best if we had matched up against them, but the next round we're fighting against them.
Mm-hmm.
I could play my Zenyatta, you could play your Ryan, and then or even better, Roadhog, and then Symmetra, and then you just fucking hook them, and then fucking dismantle her.
Yeah, that would be great.
Specifically target them.
Basically, what you're
The
telling
entire
me,
time.
And trigger them.
Basically, what you're telling me is you're gonna have a barbecue while you hook them and hold them up. Symmetra here is just gonna flambe them.
Or he can be Roadhog, and I'll still be Zenyatta and just Discord him.
Make him tastier.
To be fair, I'm not the best hooker, but whatever.
I mean, you'll learn. Just
Yeah.
get out there and be somebody.
It wasn't as bad as this one game where straight up, I was matched up with one rando and like a team of 4. Immediately, the team of 4, it felt weird and toxic as hell. It was like, oh, we need a healer. Oh, toxic cheese or some shit. It was a chick. Oh, you be healer. Like, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna choose Lucio. Oh, we have a healer. Can you switch to Mercy? I was like, all right. At this time, my mic was muted, so I switched to Mercy. Immediately, we were on that one spaceship map where you have to go towards the space shuttle. We didn't.
Winston's office, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't remember the.
Oh, yeah.
We did not get to the first checkpoint. Immediately, they started picking on me. It was like, oh man, our Mercy shit. She can't heal. She can't do that. I was like, dude, we have a Hanzo who's yet to get a headshot. We have a soldier, I'm assuming doesn't have gold damage.
So that's your first problem. You had a Hanzo.
Yep.
No, it's a recent update. He's pretty good.
No, he was always pretty good if you had the skill to use him.
He was
Widowmaker and Hanzo are good if you can use them.
He was good only because he would combo off the Zarya ult.
But even then, you're better off with a Genji who can play Genji
I'm
well.
so good at a Hanzo, I can pick them off when they're standing still.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
Let me finish. Like they just kept bagging on me. I was like, we somehow miraculously after a 4-man fucking res, we get to the first checkpoint. It's like, oh man, Mercy finally did their job. I'm like looking at my heals. I have 7k heals, and this is the first checkpoint. What the fuck? Whatever. My mic is still muted. I'm just like playing through. Immediately, we did not make it to the second one. We fucking lost right before we hit that thing, and immediately it's just like, Toxic Cheese, you take over Mercy. This guy can't do shit. I'm like, my mic is muted. I don't want to go off. I don't want a 4v1. Immediately, the one rando chimes in. It's like, soldier, fuck off. Alright? I'm playing as the second support. I have gold fucking eliminations with 5. The fuck are you doing? Step up your game. You want to blame the support? We'll fucking leave right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the Zenyatta.
Kudos.
The Zenyatta
has a good Samaritan.
Has gold damage or fucking eliminations. I don't know how the fuck we made it to the first one with such little eliminations, but what the hell is he talking about? He blames me for all the shit I'm not doing. Like, soldier can't get kills. He can't get damage. The Zenyatta has it. The fuck is that possible?
And that was Toxic Cheese, right?
No, it was one somebody on Toxic Cheese's team.
Okay.
And they were all bagging on me. They just shut the fuck up. Turn around. Toxic Chiefs was Mercy. Is like, oh man, our Mercy can actually do shit. And immediately, I just stand there as Symmetra as he's dying. Symmetra, help me! Symmetra, help me! I'm just standing there. Hello. Wait for him to die, then start attacking. It's like, oh man, Symmetra didn't use her shield on me. I chime in. I don't know, why should I heal such a douchebag?
That's a good thing.
There shouldn't be toxicity on the team. But dude, this guy just wouldn't shut up. The team just started bagging on me and their own rando.
Because it's like a psychological thing. As soon as one person on your team becomes very toxic, that just tilts your team so that they're not really focusing on trying to be the best that they can in that moment. They're like, this motherfucker just won't shut the fuck up about so-and-so and this and that. Yep. He's not doing his job, whatever. So then all that does is hinder your team and help the enemy team. I don't know why toxic players are like, oh, I'm going to be toxic. I'm going to call out this person because they're not doing their job and this and that. That doesn't help anyone.
No, it's really worse.
Or at least that doesn't help anyone on your team.
When the toxic player immediately like fucks up and they're like, oh shit, I fucked up. I'm just a victim of your. It's not my fault. I suck. I can't play it. I was like, you were the aggressor. Now you want to play the victim. You should probably get to therapy or uninstall the game.
Probably.
It's so stupid. Where it's like, oh man, this guy sucks shit. This guy can't play. What a trash player, dude. You're not doing your job either. It's not my fault. Nobody was healing me. It's like, dude.
It's like, you're a soldier. You fucking heal yourself, jackass.
Or you're a Reaper. Just kill them. Take their souls.
Yeah.
What the?
It's like
all problem?
It's like if you're playing a DPS, you have some form of healing yourself. And the point of being a DPS.
Don't forget health packs. They're all over the goddamn map.
They're all over the goddamn place, and you should know where. Don't rely solely on your support to heal you. If your support is not there, you should know where the health packs are. But every DPS has some way to heal themselves, pretty much either by themselves or they can find a health pack.
Reaper has
the souls. Soldier can heal himself.
Bionic grenades. Tracer, she has rewind.
She has the rewind.
Sombra 2 has hacks.
She has hacks.
Pharah's probably the only one at disadvantage, but she's flying.
She's up in the air. She's fucking hard to kill.
If you're a good Pharah, then you know.
A good Pharah is hard to find.
Our friend,
they're not so hard when
our friend Cuddly Panda is a decent Pharah, wasn't he?
Only 2 seasons ago. This season, I haven't seen him play.
I haven't seen him play in a long, long time.
That's why I was like, I don't think he can play anymore. He was only good because I was damage boosting him and nobody knew how to play her properly.
Did he just stop or?
Yeah, I think he just stopped.
Went to Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the type of player that's like, alright, I'm done with this game. I'm gonna fucking move on.
I see.
He's that type of person.
There's so much toxicity for no reason. It's like, oh no, it's justified because they suck. No, it's never justified to be toxic. It's justified to be critical. Where it's like, hey Zenyatta, how many kills do you have? I have 11 eliminations as gold and damage. Soldier, you should probably step up your game because the support is outdoing you.
Here's the thing,
that small criticism was like, is it not true that Soldier should probably, right next to Reaper and McCree, should probably have damage and
no.
kills? Yes or no?
No. Especially if you have a Zenyatta on your team. Because Zenyatta will output more damage by himself.
I'm not saying Zenyatta. I'm saying like the support class is outdoing you in damage.
In general,
yeah.
I mean, unless you're 2 Zennies taking a point like us.
Okay, if Lucio has gold damage,
that's terrible.
That's
that
bad.
Better?
If Mercy, Lucio, or Ana has gold damage or has any metal in damage, your DPS is doing a shit job because Zenyatta is very easily
the best hidden DPS.
Yeah, he can do some mad ass DPS because his Discord orb makes so that his enemies
30% damage.
No, it's 50% damage.
I thought they reduced it to 30.
It's 30% damage if I put a Discord orb and you hit him. It's 50% damage if I put a Discord orb on him and I hit him.
There we go. I read 30 for the wiki.
Yeah, so that's how that works. That's why Zenyatta can have gold DPS. And he will usually have gold eliminations or silver because he's usually putting his Discord orb so he gets credit for the kills. He's not really doing any of the work really, but he's getting credit for the assists and whatnot.
I kind of wish they would have gone through with like Discord orb through shields. Because some Reinhardt players are really annoying the shit out of me when nobody wants to focus his shield.
Yeah, they just
that's what Zenyatta does. That's why Zenyatta usually gets a lot of DPS because it's like, oh, I do a fuck ton of damage to the shield. Because the orbs do a lot of fucking damage just by on their own. Because it's, from my understanding, the whole process is like with a soldier, your best value is that you're going to hit every shot. So your shots aren't necessarily all that strong. With Zenyatta, it's the understanding that you're not going to hit every shot. So each individual orb does a lot of damage. It's like Like each of Soldier's bullets in his 20 clip thing is like it does 20 damage because it's intended that you're gonna hit all 20 shots.
Rapid fire.
So
and it's rapid fire.
So you mean like it's modern day like M60 versus like the ancient musket? Which would you rather get hit by or killed?
Probably the M16
because it'll probably kill you.
But that's not really an apt description.
Which one has a higher chance of hitting you all the time?
The M16, exactly. Accuracy. But when you get hit by a musket, I'd rather not at all.
It's still just a tiny little pellet. The M16 is going to do a lot more damage. But what I'm saying...
Fine, a cannon versus an M16. What would you rather get hit by?
Yeah, that would be a better...
I was going to say 50 cal, but that works too.
That would be a better comparison. It's like Soldier is like M16. He's going to fire rapidly. He's meant to like... He's meant to shoot everything. Zenyatta's more like a cannon where it's like, I still have the same amount of rounds. I still have 20 rounds as the M16. I still have the 20 cannonballs. But I'm not going to hit you every time. But when one hits you, with the Discord, it will do a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah, you're going to feel it.
So that's kind of the whole process of Zenyatta. Because like, you're not really intended... It's also... You're a great Zenyatta if you can land every shot. But I've seen videos of like... top 500 Zenyatas, and even they missed like 4 out of 5 shots.
Yeah, that's why they're just doing what they can to rapid fire, but they really can't.
Yeah, rapid fire, or they do a lot of the charge shot. The charge shot is because it's 5 shots at once. That usually they're usually pretty accurate with that. But just like shooting one ball at a time, they will hit one shot and then maybe hit another and then maybe miss the other.
Have to track the opponent from then on.
Yeah,
the amount
so it's a little harder.
The distance you get with those orbs is amazing too. What was it? You can actually nail a Pharah in the sky with that versus Zarya's cannon. If Pharah just like straight up launches, Zarya's cannon can't hit them.
Yeah.
But Zenyatta, if he sees you up there and he puts Discord on you, he can nail you
and you're fucked.
Dude, as a Pharah, like damn, Zenyatta's kicking my ass. Like I don't know how to feel. It's like, oh no, just aim for Zenyatta. It's like that's not the problem. His probably travels faster than mine. He's gonna hit me. But Overwatch, the competitive series. Apparently, it ends tomorrow, right? And the toxic...
No, not tomorrow.
Sunday?
Monday, I believe, in the middle of the day. When the reset generally happens. It's like 2 or 3.
It ends...
Pacific Standard Time.
In a couple days.
So I've got a day to get to gold.
It's so toxic. I mean, me and Dojiro played a game, and we had nothing but toxic people. I told him, like, guys, I've been dealing with a lot of toxic people. Rubberducky here just laughs at me. He's like, ha! I don't know what you're talking about. I've never experienced this much toxicity as you speak of. I don't believe you. But I believe it exists on the internet, but I've never experienced it myself.
Because you've seen the team that I play with.
You avoid this by picking a team. I don't have that luxury. I have to go in solo.
It's not that I pick a team. It's that I play with people. It's like, oh, hey, we had a good, like, not repertoire.
You mean people?
Yeah. No, like random.
For the most part, they have mics. The people you get.
Yeah, it's like, hey, like we end up having a good rapport. It's like with one person, like, hey, you had a mic, we were good, let's team up. And then the next game is like, oh, hey, this other person has a mic, let's team up. I was a solid support, you were a solid tank, you were a solid DPS. And then the next round is like, oh, hey, you're also support, great, awesome, join us. It's like I slowly build up this team. Or in one round, it's like, hey, we were all on point. We all had our shit together. Let's team up. And then we go on a win streak. Because like the last season, or I think it was 3rd or whatever, when I first got platinum. I think it was the 3rd season.
I think it was 3rd.
I played one game. And in that one game, I ran into the team. We all had our shit together. We got all the way to the, it was, in London. We got our payload all the way to the end. We stopped the enemy team from getting their payload even at all. And we all teamed up. And then we went on like an 11-game winning streak. And that's how I got to platinum.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Whenever we get people with mic, they leave after one loss. Like, dude, we were on point. Just a little hitch here and there, but we can work this out. It's like, nah, fuck that. I hate this team.
I'm done.
We lost one game.
It was all your fault, you fucking idiot.
It's like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, legitly, you have good experience running into nice, normal, legit people. Me and Dojira would run into people that have mics, but they turn out to be those tweakers, squeakers, who have such big chips on their shoulders that can't play. I mean, some of them can play, but they'll probably mute their mics because the squeakers...
Because they don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, they have a lot of bad reputation, but there are some good ones. But still, we would have such bad luck where it's like, oh man, our Mercy's keeping us alive. Let's just blame her for our fuck ups. Like, DPS, pick up your game. I'm alive on the payload. I'm keeping DaTreeHouse here alive as Reinhardt a lot longer than he should probably be dead by now.
I should be. By all accounts, I should be dead.
He fought a D.Va, a Roadhog, a Symmetra, and a Reaper, and I kept him alive. I damage boost him whenever he needed it, when he's swinging, and then I heal him in between. Yep. Pulls up his shield, and like, we're waiting. We're stalling for time for our teammates to get there. And while they're doing this, they're bitching at us like how we're not doing our job.
For you not healing.
For me not healing.
And for me not having my shield up.
They're bitching at me as a healer, like Mercy, for not healing him way off in the distance, not on the payload.
And I'm fighting like 3 to 4 people. They should be shooting in my direction to take them out.
Like, what are you guys doing way over there expecting me to heal you when we are pushing a payload? Like, I don't understand this. You want me to switch to a Zenyatta? Like, they don't want to communicate. It's just like, it's me. Like, what?
No, it's
they're gonna
me,
bring this team to glory.
me.
They're obviously going to bring this team to glory.
They want to be the play of the game type of person.
Let's gloss over competitive, because you guys are generally just salty as fuck. Well, I was gonna say especially one of you, but I mean it's both of you for the most part. Well, I was gonna say Dojira just because I actually experienced his firsthand, but I don't know how often you run into it, Smokey. But let's talk about the current event going on, the anniversary event.
I'm sure with all of the hate he gets, he's pretty salty about it. So.
Sure, but I haven't seen it firsthand.
Okay.
What do you guys think about the anniversary? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Yeah, that was quite peculiar.
The anniversary event?
The anniversary event.
Look, it'd be a lot better if things weren't freaking 3,000 points to purchase.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, for like a 1-year anniversary, it's something special. Then they want to be more accessible to everyone. I mean, I know they made...
Oh, those are the dogs.
I mean, I know they made the game online over the weekend free, which is cool and all, but like, people are going to go in it, get a taste, and they're going to go in it being able to buy anything.
That was like 3 or 4 times this year that they were just free.
Yeah, they're going to go in for free, and they're not going to be able to buy anything because everything's so freaking expensive and 3,000 points each.
I think that's their strategy, where it's like they get a small taste of what they could have if they buy the game.
Yeah, because what's more important, obviously, than playing the game and being a fan is microtransactions. That's the most important thing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that for money.
Obviously, what's this gonna be for otherwise?
Like, it's a really good game. All this stuff is cosmetics. Now the hitboxes change because of the cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I'm just salty. I'm just salty because I just don't like the whole microtransactions thing. That's it.
I'm fine with the microtransactions. I don't like that in this event every skin is legendary and every skin costs 3,000.
It would be so much better if we didn't get as much freaking duplicates.
That, or I would be okay with the duplicates if it's like, hey, you got a legendary normal skin, we'll give you 200 gold. Hey, you got a duplicate legendary of the event, here's 500 gold.
Instead of like freaking 15 everything.
Yeah.
I would honestly, I would like it better if it's stacked. If I've gotten the same freaking Lucio skin 4 times, it's still like it's very low cost. It's 5 for a duplicate or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's 5. I would like it better if it was 5. A second time duplicate, you get 10. Like, because it's the second time you've got this.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got this a 5th time? Well, you know what? You get 25 gold.
Here's some
instead
more
of
points.
5, just 5.
But it's like,
I want, like, dude, this is like the 4th time.
If you got the event Lucio skin 5 times, first time obviously you don't have it. You get it 4 more times. That's still not enough to buy a single legendary skin from the event, and that is a problem.
See, the worst part about it is you can have microtransactions, right? And pay up to $40 for like 50 boxes, right?
Yeah.
And you can get nothing but...
You still have the same chance as the first fucking box.
And you can get nothing but freaking duplicates, and I'll say 50 boxes, right? You still wouldn't have enough coins probably to get one skin unless you got a few golden coins. You know what I mean?
Not even then. If with the 40 blue boxes, let's say every single one is legendary. Well, I think max you can get is 2 legendary per box. Let's say 2 legendary per box on all 40. You still would not have enough to buy all the event skins.
Exactly. You wouldn't have enough. And you probably won't get enough coins by the end of it when you open all the boxes.
Which annoys me the absolute most is like you can get this, like, okay, let's say you get the Widowmaker, the highlight intro where she just like hit the mistletoe thing, right?
Sure.
I love it.
I got that thing 3 times in the same goddamn box.
God damn.
It was like same box. It's the first time I got it. Then a duplicate of the original.
What the fuck?
I don't know how the fuck that was possible.
Oh
I mean, I've seen.
God.
I had a loot box where it's like, here's this Reaper like player icon, and then this voice line or whatever that you already have, and then this whatever. And then I open another loot box. It's like, oh, here's that same Reaper player icon and the shit you got in the last loot box, exactly the same in the exact same order. I was like, well, motherfuckers, that one of these loot boxes was useless. Then
Yeah.
well, still, I
Well,
would still be okay with the legendary skins.
Would you agree about the duplicate? If it's a duplicate and it stacks, would you be okay with that?
Yes.
I would be more okay if it's
it'd
like,
be
hey,
a little better. It'd be a little better.
not necessarily stacked, because then you'd end up with so much money. I would think that the best way to fix it would be
like this.
I would prefer so much money.
Yeah.
the best way to fix it, and from my perspective, is you got to add more just normal non-event stuff into the game so we can keep playing. And 2, if I get a legendary, like, make the gold value better. I'm fine with the legendary event skin costing 3,000 gold. It's obviously more valuable.
Yeah.
But if I get a legendary skin duplicate for an event, have that give me more gold than just a normal legendary.
Just balance it out.
Just balance it out. If it costs more for an event legendary, have a duplicate event legendary give me more gold. I would be fine with that. And also, specific to this event, I really don't like the fact that all the dance emotes are event specific. So once they're gone, they're gone.
Oh my god, the dance emotes being event specific pisses me off so much because I want them, dude.
To be fair, the Somber one's cute.
It's adorable.
Somber one is
It's
cute.
freaking adorable, and I want all the dance ones because it's the 1-year anniversary. It's something special. Should be approachable to all fans.
Flint Cole from Ruby apparently made an appearance in Overwatch.
Hell yeah,
cool.
he did. Love his jazz.
I kind of wish his weapon was the trumpet, and how does he drop the beat? He just starts dancing with it.
That would be cool.
No, I saw somebody request that they make him a highlight intro where he boops the camera off a cliff. Because I mean, Lucio is known for that.
Actually, that's kind of cool. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Although somehow Lucio was the one that started the whole like boop thing, but then somehow that's transferred over to Sombra just because she says boop once in the trailer.
I mean, not the trailer, the freaking short. Whatever.
Yeah, the little short thing with her and I guess Zarya at the end.
Yeah, Reaper Widowmaker there too.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny the first time that thing was ever released. Dude, I can't believe Zarya made it into the video. What? What do you mean? It was all about Sombra. Dude, watch the entire video. Zarya's at the end. No, man, it just goes Sombra. Boop.
Which is lame because that's been like our only appearance so far. I wouldn't mind a short based on Zarya.
I mean, there's a bunch of them that you haven't seen. Where's Zenyatta's?
Where's
Zenyatta's?
I'm just saying that
video?
they tease Zarya, and I want her to get a full thing. You know what I mean?
Fuck Zarya. I want Zenyatta.
Listen,
give me Zenyatta and give
Zenyatta's
me
intro could introduce Genji, Mercy, and kind of technically Torbjorn.
Or not Torbjorn.
Wait. For whose?
For Zenyatta.
Zenyatta. He could introduce Genji and Mercy. Genji can still technically be meditating with Zenyatta. Mercy just shows up like
To check on his
progress.
No, here's what you do. You make a video all about
Mercy?
No, all about Genji.
In the
because then
shower?
you can show Mercy in the shower.
Yeah,
or at the beach. Like that video you sent me. You have it all about Genji, where he's killed by his brother. So you see Hanzo again, you killed his brother. You see Mercy like working on him to revive him. He's disappointed in the way he looks. He's half man, half machine. He goes to Zenyatta, and Zenyatta's in there and teaches him to love himself, and then he goes back to Overwatch. That way you have technically 4 characters in the fucking thing.
That would be cool. I mean, we already got big shorts with Genji and Hanzo, so they could take a back seat and show more of Zenny in that one.
Yes. Because I love
And the process of Genji. You know,
I kind of, to be honest, I love the ragtag team of Junkrat and Roadhog. Just straight up,
there needs to be a fun short with Roadhog and Junkrat for sure.
Have you seen the little Easter egg in their dances?
They high five.
Yep.
Yeah, they're such bros. I love it.
I fucking really love that every time there's an event. It's like here's Roadhog and Junkrat just broing out.
I don't know if you read the comics, but Roadhog never talks.
Yeah, he doesn't really. He does talk. He doesn't say much.
Roadhog just grunts and has like ellipses, like ... in his conversations when Junkrat does all the talking for him.
it's kind of awesome.
Doesn't he say like something here and there?
It's very rare when he talks.
Yeah. Generally, he's like stoic, but he has said words here and there.
There was one comic where it's like, oh, okay, I'm a big head corporation. I'm gonna hire Junkrat and Roadhog to go rescue these hostages in this building. And there's
that's the same one.
Yeah, they show him scaling the building. How are we gonna get this stuff? I don't know. The comic pans over and it's a wall full of dynamite and shit. Like, let's make our intro, and they blow the shit up. Like, oh shit, we're set up. Fuck, there's nobody here.
I like the line where it's like Junkrat's like about to blow shit up. It's like, weren't we supposed to do this subtly? Screw it, and then he blows shit up.
Yeah,
that's right.
Dude, that would be a great intro.
That would be a great short for them.
That would be.
Who else in that intro though? Usually it has like 2 or 3 characters, except for Winston.
Not necessarily. It can have just the one character.
2.
Just you could have one with
Junkrat needs Roadhog. 2.
You could have Orisa. You could have one all about Orisa.
Policing that.
Who else would match in Orisa's story?
Reinhardt.
No.
Sombra.
No, none of these other characters match.
Anything crime related, Orisa can be there. Or Orisa
sure,
can be there.
but here unless you have Police
Diva.
Diva. Speaking of Police Diva, though, because every other
wait, what would be more of Orisa, Bastion, and Torbjorn because of his hate for Omnics? That's slowly getting.
But Orisa's only recently been made.
I'm just saying. What
so
if
she
wouldn't? What if he saw her in short? That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is that you can.
Lucio's.
He's not from Numbani.
No, Lucio should have his own short where he's promoting breakfast cereal.
No.
I'll be down with that.
It goes straight from the TV. It zooms out like Lucio just doing his music thing, and just like a box of Lucios right next to him. Orisa, where's my Lucios? It's by the TV. It's just like the little girl slowly building Orisa. Is like,
Eevee?
Yeah, exactly. It could do like that.
All right, sure, but you're not really getting any character development on Lucio.
He's a paraplegic that makes music.
Which apparently I didn't know he was paraplegic for a long time.
He should promote cereal.
Eat
for sure.
Lucios.
But like you can see the relation. Like you can have a video of like Farah, and you can obviously include Ana in that, or you can include Farah and like Soldier 76.
A lot of people want that.
Or you can introduce Widowmaker, but you're also probably gonna have like Reaper and Sombra. Like every one of these characters has some form of connection to any one of these other characters, except for Orisa.
You need like a freaking
no. Doomfist.
Doomfist isn't out, and theoretically, he's not the next hero.
No. Orisa could have one with Doomfist and have all that shenanigans later. But for right now, we can have Ana, we can have Reinhardt.
You can have a mega short with Ana, Reinhardt, Torbjorn, Mercy, freaking
Genji, kind of.
No.
Did
I say Torbjorn?
No. You can technically
Tracer.
You can technically have a lot of people with Genji. When he's part cybernetic, he's kind of pissed off, so he wanders. He finds Zenyatta. He meets Reinhardt.
I think that there should be
meets Ana like while she's in Cloak and Dagger. Is like she finds him like half done. Like, you seem hurt, son. Here, let me patch you up.
From my understanding, he wakes up from like the Mercy like fucking with him to bring him back to life, and he's just like disgusted, and he just goes. He just leaves. He doesn't run into any other heroes. He just leaves, and so he just miraculously finds Zenyatta. Because Zenyatta has nothing to do with Overwatch whatsoever. He's just like a monk.
That's what I mean. You can it can be literally called the journey of Zenyatta. He runs into Torbjorn. He can run into Reinhardt.
Zenyatta or Genji? Because he says Zenyatta.
Both, whatever. Genji. He can run into Torbjorn where he's just fixing up his turrets. He can run into Reinhardt when he's on the road. I don't know what his story is. He can literally run into Ana when he's like half dying, like because of cybernetics, and she's technically the head of the cybernetic shit, so she can technically heal him and patch him up for him to keep going.
You are completely wrong, sir.
Mercy heals him up.
Mercy heals him up.
I've been
and
reading
here's the thing.
And then Overwatch looks at him and thinks, you know what? He should join the team.
I've been reading a lot of comics. I'm not sure if they're 100%.
You're probably not 100% because when he gets
revived... You're looking at fan art, my friend.
You're looking at
fan art.
But it's not canon because when Mercy revives him, Overwatch is in full swing. So Reinhardt would not be on this wondrous journey. Torbjorn would not be wandering around. They would be in Overwatch base.
Meet all of them separately. He'd meet them all at once.
He would meet them all at the base. And probably not going to meet them at the base because he's going to wake up. Mercy's like doing all the shit. Maybe Soldier. Maybe Soldier. Probably Ana's already dead at this point. Quote unquote dead. Maybe Soldier. Yeah. Maybe Reaper. Gabriel. Reaper, like normal Reaper, is there. And he's just like, I don't want to be fucking part of this. And then he just leaves. And then he finds Zenyatta. Because he's not going to run into any other characters. He's not going to run into Junkrat and Roadhog. Because he doesn't go to Australia. He looks... From my understanding, he specifically goes to the monks of Zenyatta of the temple.
He travels to the east.
He travels to them specifically because he wants to like get peace of mind. So he doesn't go on this journey to find himself. He goes specifically to them.
Would you be okay with like the fan art or the fan comic of McCree?
Which is?
Which one?
There's two of them I absolutely love. It's where like it was
Gesundheit.
It was the train robbery one.
That's not a fan art. That's official.
Okay, and then there's
all mixed up.
I don't know which one's real. And then there was one about
it's made by Blizzard.
I don't know that. Then there's one about Captain Amari.
Again, that one is canon.
So it can be legit. Yes.
The one about Captain Amari is the one where she meets Widowmaker.
The Amari one takes place before Genji, though.
Yeah, like, way before Genji. Way before Genji. So there's no way Genji would even meet Anna.
And the McCree one...
No, I said McCree.
You said
that was the previous one.
McCree's not even in the Anna one.
No. McCree's on his own separate one at the train. But he's saying that since McCree is traveling on a train, he's saying Genji could meet him through his train travel or something.
No.
Yeah, but that's after Overwatch has fallen.
I agree with you. I'm just saying what he's saying.
No, I'm
telling you what he's trying to say.
And I'm telling you that I disagree with him.
No, I'm saying...
So do I.
It's a whole different thing. Like, okay, fuck the Genji one. Like, the one I like is, like, the train robbery one. You said it was official by Blizzard.
Yep.
While McCree's, like, he saved the day, he kicked off the energy source, and he's, like, just reminiscing. He can have a flashback of when he met Captain Amari, and she straight out told him, your breastplate is upside down.
What do you mean his breastplate is upside down?
His armor. I was like, your chest plate is upside down. And she helped him adjust it, and, like, she gave him the hat, the cape. I was like, damn.
I call bullshit on that. She didn't give him that shit.
If you're gonna have the shitty hat, you might as well have the cape.
No, he already had that shit.
Or she gave him something, damn it.
No, he barely interacts with Anna. He interacts with Soldier and Reaper.
I'm telling you, it's like the two comics I like. Like, bullshit was like, I'm telling you, this is what I got from the comic.
You're inferring stuff you want to happen in the comic, but it didn't happen.
That's not what I'm fighting for.
Well, do we know where McCree got it from?
Yeah, he already had it when he was a bandit.
Okay, making sure.
He was an outlaw bandit, and then I believe
Reaper found him. Was like, hey, he was going to jail.
He was going to jail, and was like, hey, you can either go to jail or you can join Overwatch. He's like, fuck, I guess I'll join Overwatch.
What you got, kid? So yeah.
I don't know if he had his metal arm already then, but he already had the cap, the hat, and the poncho.
No, the one comic I was talking about is like a young McCree. I'm pretty sure he just had the shitty hat.
There's no comic about young McCree.
Look, I just want to say, I want a 2-part mega short. One that involves the main Overwatch team, okay? Anna, freaking Reinhardt, Torbjorn Tracer, and freaking 76.
May, because she could be solo like that.
Okay. I don't know if I'm missing anyone, but them in one short, right? And then it gets kind of darker towards the end, and that's a cut of that short. That's the end. With the second part of the short, we get to Blackwatch. McCree, Reaper, and Genji. That would be fucking cool. That'd be a synopsis of like time skip or something. But I think May can do the Bastion thing where it's just straight up emergency, evil. She wakes up from hypersleep like, oh, shit, my crew is dead. Well, time to get to work. Yep.
I mean, she doesn't real.
Her story is fucking.
The rumors that I've read.
My robot.
the rumors that I've read is that the only reason she woke up, and because she was gonna die, the only reason she woke up is because Winston activated the recall Overwatch thing, and when she got out, she didn't realize that she was the only one that got out. She didn't realize that the other the rest of her team, that cryopods had just malfunctioned and killed all of her team. She didn't realize that at first.
Yeah, how did they malfunction?
She had a cold something defect, and hers didn't.
I don't think it went into too much detail, but from people inferring, it was probably there was a power outage or something, or not a power outage, but something happened to the tube, so that the tubes didn't pump in the nutrients or keep the oxygen or something going into the tubes.
Okay.
Power shortage. The thing that keep the pipes heated that kept them alive, kind of didn't have enough power to keep it alive, but hers was on emergency power and it's slowly dying.
Yeah, slowly dying. So she was gonna die, except the Winston activated the.
Think of it this way: if the power thing is on the left, it slowly starts to kill off from the farthest end all the way to the power source. She was probably the closest one to the power source.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's probably it. People were inferring that it's the darkest version of people inferring.
Like the way I did it.
No, the darkest version was that
she killed them herself.
No, that Winston activated the Overwatch recall. And they were trapped in there, and they couldn't get out.
That's Yeah, that's shit.
That's dark as shit, right? Because May is still alive and she could theoretically get them out.
You
But
know,
because she doesn't know that they're trapped in there somehow, that they end up like starving to death or something.
You know what's even darker? Her putting rocks in her snowballs.
Oh, yeah! Fucking May is dark. that fucking bitch. Also, that event sucked. But let's move past Overwatch.
Dude, apparently in the May Snowball thing, when you're on that special map, you can go through the map itself.
Yeah, you could do that in normal Antarctica as well.
No, they patched that.
I mean, at the time you could do it in normal Antarctica.
No, as of right now, they patched it. But apparently it was something like somebody mentioned, "Oh, you can go through the wall in this part." Like, what? You serious?
Yeah.
This would have helped out May Snowball, man. What the fuck?
I mean, it was already going on. Like long before May Snowball event, it was already going on in Ectopoint Antarctica for a long fucking time. But let's move past the Overwatch for a while because we've been on Overwatch for a decent chunk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have.
Have you heard about the shit with Jason David Frank at Phoenix Comic Con? I believe
I did.
I'm not up to date. I'm trying to avoid Facebook as much as possible right now. But what happened?
So. There was this completely insane jackass motherfucker
Calling himself the Punisher.
who thought himself the Punisher.
Punisher incarnate.
Punisher incarnate. And he went into Phoenix Comic Con with real guns and weapons. And when somehow the security stopped him and told him you can't bring it in there.
Wait, were the guns loaded?
Yes, they were all fully loaded.
He had 3 to
How
4
could-
guns, all loaded.
Why the fuck did they straight up tell him? Sorry about that. We had to cut because somebody puked on a sofa. Rubberducky, I'm pretty sure you were talking about something about David Jason Frank, the weapons.
Yeah, because we had to pause because my brother called me to move the couch outside because it was still apparently very smelly.
Yeah, no, that's about the puke.
Yeah, the puke. The thing with that Punisher guy, quote unquote Punisher wannabe guy, he got into Comic-Con. He tried to sneak his way in there, and it wasn't even security that caught him by the sound of it. It was just some guy that reported him to security.
I think it was a female attendee, actually.
It was some sort of attendee that reported him to security, and security went up to him, and that's when they found him with the guns loaded and everything, and he tried to, like, tell them, no, your rules don't apply to me because I'm the Punisher. I'm here to kill, like, corrupt cops or whatever the fuck he's there
He takes
to
the
do.
law into his own hands.
He talks the law into his own hands. And that's when he was, like, fully arrested and everything. And then they went into his home to I guess, make sure he didn't have any other illegal things or was planning anything. And on his calendar was marked, like, on that day, kill JDF, which stood for Jason David Frank, apparently. How they got JDF, like, just those initials, to Jason David Frank, I don't know. Maybe they asked him and he's like, oh yeah, I was going to kill Jason David Frank for a personal vendetta or something.
Is his character Bloodshot corrupt?
Jason David Frank?
Yeah.
No, he's never played the bad guy. Well, aside from the Green Ranger. But that wasn't his fault. And also, that was a character. Listen,
Dude, this guy, imagine he was a Punisher. I don't think his
he's crazy. I've met Jason David Frank. Fucking down to earth guy.
It just sounds like he's got a personal vendetta against him for whatever reason.
It sounds like he's a fucking idiot and crazy.
No, he's one of those very hyped up people from the animes where it's like, oh no, this celebrity is shaking his utensil. I must kill her for my love.
No, it just sounds like he's a fucking crazy asshole.
Like I said,
And kudos and mad props to Jason David Frank because he was like, hey, fan, I believe they do give out her name or his name, I don't know. But he's like, hey, person that like alerted to security, thank you so much. You prevented a tragedy within my family. Because he's not thinking himself so highly that he's like, oh, you prevented this tragedy that would befall
to the
people, whatever. He's like,
oh
no,
my God,
you prevented a tragedy in
lost
my
me.
personal family. So thank you very much. But also fans, this isn't going to stop me. I'm still going to be, I'm still going to show up to my signings. I'm still going to show up to my panels or whatever. So, come say hi. We can take a picture. I only ask, don't bring a prop knife for me to sign. That's all I ask, which maybe the Dragon Dagger falls under that. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
that might be a sensitive subject right now.
yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? But, mad props to him. He's like, hey, this thing could have gotten very bad. I'm thankful that it was handled very well. But I'm still going to meet my obligations to my fans because I am here because of my fans. So I'm not just going to leave you because of this.
Which is a very cool thing.
Sounds like
Very awesome thing. Very awesome thing because of him. But here's the other thing that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you've released the podcast, But, well, let me just ask you, have you released, or do you plan to release that podcast where we talked about my dad and his crazy shenanigans of how he does things?
That's number 2, yeah.
Okay.
Or
Because I've recently
Pretty
found out that he has gone ahead and it's all done now, pretty much.
Oh,
It's set in stone?
Oh, no.
It's set in stone as in it's already built. I can show you afterwards
Oh, my God.
because it's back there.
You're shitting me.
I am not shitting you. What he has done, not really a roof,
Don't
but
tell us. But give us questions leading us to this.
Okay. What was the thing that I told you? What that
He's
would
a
have
massive hoarder.
has nothing to do with hoarding.
The deck that he built for the little house.
No.
That's the damn question first.
What do you remember me saying about the garage and what he had wanted to add to it?
You're shitting me.
The
Attachment to the roof?
The attachment to the roof. Granted, it doesn't connect his game room to the garage, but in the front where the big ass
Wait. The one that connects the house to the garage, pretty much.
The 45-degree angle
No,
of the house.
that's what he wanted to do
35
before.
degree angle of the garage.
That's what he wanted to do before. That hasn't been done. As far as I know, he has no plans to do that. What he did do was he added like an overhanging to the front of the garage, the proper front that where like the actual garage doors where you could drive a car through it and park it in the garage. He added a fucking overhanging to that.
Why?
I don't know. There's no reason to. All that's over there is the fucking trash cans. And we don't ever park any cars over there. Because there's no fucking room. And nobody's ever back there. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever why there's any need for that. But the part that pisses me off, and apparently it only really pisses me off because of my OCD. My brother and like his wife didn't really care too much.
Really, that's surprising.
That is surprising. But the thing that pisses me off is I'm going to describe this as best I can to the listeners. The garage is like, say it's a standard garage, but the roof is
35 degrees.
I'm not going to use degrees because I don't know the exact degrees. But it's like it's a triangle top roof where it's two roofs, two
Pizza slices, crust to crust.
not necessarily. It's basically the top of a triangle where it's like two roofs meet in the center to make a point at the very top, and it goes out. So like when it rains, like the stuff goes off to the side. It's not like a traditional house where it's like it's flat or it's like kind of at an angle where like one part of the house is higher and one part of the house is lower. No, it's like two roofs coming together to make a point, like a triangle point. That is the top layer of the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And let's so right below that, not attached to that part. It's like a triangle roof. Think of it like a normal house with a triangle roof. Right below that roof, maybe 6 inches below that, is now the overhanging that goes in front of the garage, the actual big ass garage doors, which is fine. It makes no logical sense whatsoever, but it's fine. Sure, whatever. But what he had already installed was on the side, because if it's like looking at the garage from the perspective of looking at the garage from the big ass like not sliding doors, garage doors that like pull back so that the car can drive through. Looking from that perspective, the top of the roof is the triangle. Looking at that door still, right in front of you is 6 inches below that, not attached to the roof in any way, is an entirely different overhanging that now sits there. And then to your left, 6 inches below that overhanging is an entirely separate overhanging.
Now, I'm not entirely sure I can picture all this in my head right now, but it sounds like an eyesore.
It's a goddamn major eyesore. It's basically...
Do you think we should take pictures of this and put it on the podcast?
I mean, we can if you want to. But...
I think like the way you're describing it's kind of hard to picture.
Some visual aids
but visual aids will probably understand like, what the fuck was this? There's no point to this whatsoever.
It's like, imagine the garage and the triangle roof.
You won't have to imagine, but
yeah, the triangle roof ends in a point, and like it keeps going to the point where it has like a traditional little overhanging over the walls, so that like the roof doesn't end exactly where the wall ends. It goes a little bit over, so that rain will fall over. That's what any house will do, right? Any building does that, so that rain and stuff doesn't necessarily fall immediately on the wall, like it doesn't slide on the wall. That makes sense. But he has an overhanging off to the side that's like a foot lower and is not attached to that roof. It would have been fine if it's like, hey, the part of the roof on this side, it like goes in this slant and then it becomes this overhanging. It doesn't do that. It goes in this slant, stops 6 feet low, or not 6 feet, an entire like foot or so lower is an entire overhanging that's attached directly to the wall. So that little overhanging above it, which is normal in any building, means fucking nothing. And then
we're gonna have to attach.
It's hard to describe.
Basically, it's like an extra limb that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, it's 3 different limbs.
Like, it was meant to have a purpose, but it didn't because something else overshadows it.
Yeah, it's like 3 different. It's 3 different overhangs to protect the side of the house, to like from rain or whatever, to make shade, whatever. It's 3 different overhangs on 3 different. Well, I mean, 2 of them are technically on this side. It's 3 different overhangs that aren't attached or make sense, and they're all attached to the building, but on different levels. Apparently, he started planning it last week and hired his friend to do it, and it was done within like 2 days.
And he didn't tell anyone. He didn't tell you. He didn't tell.
I mean, I heard the guy, and I heard some planning or something that was going on. I didn't think 2 shits about it. And then I walked over there one time because I heard like a bunch of construction. I was like, the fuck is he doing now? And I look over there. It's already pretty much done, aside from like a few touch-ups. Because like it's all painted and everything already. And I'm like, oh, okay, he added an overhanging. Okay, whatever. And then I look up and it's like, that overhanging is not attached at all to this other overhanging that you have. And it's also not at all attached to the roof that's already there. So what is the point of it?
What did he tell you his reason was?
I haven't talked to him about it. I just talked to my brother and I was like, did you see that shit? And they said they didn't care. And also apparently they're going to extend where my side of where my room is on, the wall. There's the normal house overhanging that's like a foot over the wall. Mm-hmm. They're apparently going to extend that over another like 5 feet.
Dude, I'm already scared enough to bang my head on your goddamn overhang. I don't want to keep looking for it.
There's too much overhang. It's like he wants to put a fucking overhang over the entire goddamn backyard.
What he's looking for is an actual tent where the overhang will touch the fucking ground. You can't go anymore. No, I want to go deeper.
Fucking something like that. It annoyed the shit out of me.
Your brother probably doesn't care because at this point he just used to your dad.
They said that they didn't care pretty much because my dad's the one that pays the mortgage on the house. He's the one that it's his house, sure, right. And we live here and stuff. But it's like, why do you bother doing something that you're gonna contradict later? Mm-hmm. It's like I'm fine with the concept of like this.
He backtracks on himself, like he blames you guys for something he did.
No, it's just that he has an idea like, oh, this would be a good idea. And later on, it's like, oh, this would be a good idea, but it doesn't make sense to this other previous good idea.
He doesn't blame
and then it's like,
because he didn't think anything is wrong. He's just like, oh, I can improve on this in this way. That's it.
Yeah, but it's like
stacking quote unquote improvements on each other.
He keeps stacking improvements and on top of each other that aren't connected to each other. So yeah, there are improvements. They look good, or they would look good if it was like from the beginning. This was the plan.
If this was a complete
thought. If this was the initial design, like, hey, we can make it so that this roof becomes an overhanging. Not that this roof ends and then a foot below it, here's an entirely separate overhanging. That makes no sense. Why lower it that foot? Why not have it attached to the roof and have it continue? What is the point of that?
Because I want to sleep on that thing one day.
I don't know. It's there's no goddamn symmetry. And I fucking hate it. But yeah, that was something that happened fucking this week, and it pissed the fuck off.
Yeah. What is your dad's obsession with roofs all of a sudden?
I don't.
Or anything, involving fixing the house.
I don't mind the fixing of the house. It's just that the lack of symmetry. I fucking hate it. I wish I was rich so I could just tell my dad, like, you know what?
This house is mine.
I'm buying you out. I'm gonna rebuild it. I'll rebuild it however you like it. But it's gonna be one goddamn complete thought. It's gonna be one fucking roof. It's not going to be like 5 different roofs. It's not going to have the garage with each corner having its own roof at each different level. It's going to be one fucking roof, like connected to each other. It's going to be one complete thought. And I fucking hate it. But that was like my dad's dumb moment. I also had not a similar dumb moment, but I had a dumb moment recently that I didn't realize was dumb of me until I fucking realized it. If that makes sense. Because for the security job that we work for, me and Dozier here,
yep.
They're doing this thing in the coming month where you have to have an ID to check in, Because you can do it by typing in your social security number, and that's fine. That's what I've been doing for a long time. But a couple weeks ago, I decided, because I had a free day, whatever, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go get my and I was growing out my beard, and my manager for my other job told me that I had to shave it. So I was like, I'm gonna let it grow as long as possible before I have to go shave it, and I'm gonna go take my my ID picture, and then I shaved it the next day with stuff. But that was the whole reason I did that. I waited till then to take my photo ID picture. So I had it. I went and I picked it up, and my very first shift where I thought, oh, hey, I can finally use this, was a shift at the beach, where I didn't need to do that at all.
Oh,
because it was literally just me and another supervisor, and most of the time we were just talking back and forth, like, do you know where to park? No, I don't know where to park. Do you know where to park? You're the supervisor, you should know. It's like, dude, I just parked over here. I don't even know if I'm allowed to park there. It was like back and forth for at least half of the shift where we're just trying to figure out, and he's trying to get a hold of like the client or whatever, like where are we supposed to park? Cause like I parked in this parking lot, and they never heard of staff drill. So obviously I'm not supposed to park there. He's like, oh, I parked over here, but I know I'm not supposed to park there because that's a metered parking.
Oh my freaking God. Me and Hank is listening to
yeah.
this.
And then eventually we figured out that there was this whole parking lot that the event had rented out that we were guarding. So that's where we're supposed to park.
Oh, so,
but that took like 3 hours.
But the parking for the job recently has gotten worse, is what you're telling me?
Oh, it's
it was for this specific event, because the description on the job said, hey, park at this address. And I drove to that address, which was like a park instruction. I thought, okay, clearly this is where we're supposed to park. There's the event right there. It's right across the street. I went in there. I asked them. They didn't fucking know. So I'm like, all right, let me just park in here. Let me go clock in and ask my supervisor. And then that started the whole thing where it's like, yeah, I don't know where you parked, but I parked over here, and I know I'm not supposed to park over there.
I also had a shift at the beach recently for like a volleyball tournament.
Yeah, it was volleyball.
Yes. And when I went, beforehand, they had told us the parking was going to be in the garage, right?
Yep.
Specifically on the street. I went to the garage, and they said, I'm sorry, but we haven't heard of your group, so we don't know who you guys are or why you're here. Like, okay. They said, maybe you could try across the street. And I'm like, across the street? I don't know where that's at. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll just wait and call my supervisor later. And when I did, they didn't answer me. They didn't answer me, so I'm stuck like 5 minutes late for my shift because there was no parking at the structure, and I didn't know where to go. So eventually I just winged it and just drove across the street like she said. And sure enough, they were there in a lot that they didn't tell me about. And when I got there, everyone was late because everyone thought we had to park in the structure. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
that was fucking bullshit.
The supervisor who was there found out about it last night, and even though he found out about it last night, about the change to the lot, he didn't email any of us. So none of us knew we were supposed to park there. How are we supposed to work if we didn't know how to get there in time? It makes no sense.
That was a complete shit show. Luckily, my supervisor at that time was very, very cool. He was like, hey, I think this is where we were supposed to park, so I'll cover this post, because it was literally just us two, essentially. Like, I'll cover this post where you can kind of see the whole thing, and, go move your car. And then I moved my car, I came back, he's like, all right, you kind of cover this whole area, I'm gonna go move my car. And then, because we were discussing the whole thing, like, what would be the point of working this, 8-hour shift if we end up getting, a $400 ticket? So every now and again, we just kept moving back, moving the car. And he kept trying to get a hold of the fucking client. We see that there's parking here. But everyone that's working the event has a specific pass, and we're supposed to have a pass so that we can park here. We don't have any passes. Where the hell is it? And they're like, oh, we don't know what you're talking about, and this and that. And I was like, all right, well, fucking this and that. And eventually it was like, he found out that, the client essentially rented out this entire parking lot, which, is right at the beach. It's connected to the beach. They rented the whole thing out so that we could park there. It's because, I was working the night shift and there was nobody really there. But during the day shift, they would have someone from our company guarding that parking structure and letting everyone know, hey, if you work for the client, if you're working for the audio or the visual or whatever for the event, or if you're working the security for an event, this is where you park. But none of that was told to us in in an email or in the website.
I hate it when miscommunication like that fucks up the entire work stream.
Yeah, that was fucking pointless. But I was so nervous about maybe getting a ticket, because I even once I was there, once I was finally parked in the spot that I thought was a good place to park, I was still kind of hesitant, I don't know, maybe whatever. So I had my ID, and I put it on my dashboard of the car, thinking, okay, if anybody comes and wondering, they'll see that I'm working security, hopefully, and they won't tow my car. They won't give me a ticket. Again, hopefully. But eventually it was all worked out, and that was where I was supposed to park. So I go home, whatever, and I don't think about it. I go to my next shift and I'm wondering, where the hell's my ID? I could have sworn I lost it it was a couple days till my next shift. And at that time I was cleaning out my closet and everything. So I had a lot of clothes that didn't fit me anymore. So I just went and donated it. And I thought that I had left my ID in my sweater and donated the sweater with my ID. Cause I couldn't find my fucking ID no matter where I fucking looked.
Oh my god.
It's like, I just got it. The first shift I thought I was going to use it didn't require it. My next shift, fucking gone. Can't find it.
You didn't have to shave.
Yeah. No, I did have to shave, unfortunately. But now I'm growing it back.
Yeah.
So, hopefully in time for Comic-Con.
Shouldn't take too long.
Yeah. I'll hit on all the ladies with a nice full beard.
Oh,
but, I lost it. I can't fucking find it. And I'm working a bunch of shifts, whatever. And every time they ask me, cause like it's next month that they're implementing this whole thing where you have to have your ID card. A lot of supervisors are asking like, you also don't have your ID card and this and that. I'm like, yeah, I had it and then I lost it and blah, blah, blah. And they told me that it would cost $5 to print out a new one. I kind of didn't want to do that. But eventually this past, Thursday, I decided, you know what? I got to go to the bank because I got to go check out my credit card because my credit card doesn't fucking work for some reason. The number works. The card works. The account works. The card itself will not read for some stupid reason. And it's not scratched. It's not broken. It's not whatever.
Not ever any good news.
That's not good news. But the number works. Because I've used it before. So I go do that and I go fill gas. And I go to the office to go print out another one. Luckily, she doesn't remember that the lady that was there doesn't remember that she already gave me one, although it does say that on the computer that she mailed it out to me, even though she didn't. She handed it to me personally. So I tell her, she asked if I ever got it. I'm like, oh yeah, I never got it. I haven't checked the mail or whatever, and I haven't gotten it. It's like, okay, I'll just print out another one. Got out of the $5 that would have cost me. Awesome. I go to my car, and I'm thinking, what is that on my dashboard? I look and it's like, there's something there. And I try to reach and it's like really deep in there between the windshield and like the dashboard. And I'm looking at it. I could barely kind of reach it and I like move it a little bit. My motherfucking ID.
Christ, dude.
I go for like weeks thinking my ID's lost. I finally get a new one. I immediately find my last one. Son of a bitch.
How did it get wedged there?
I have no idea.
The sun melted the plastic. It is not.
Oh, it was perfectly fine. It was perfectly fine. But it's like, how fucked up is it that the moment I get a new card, I immediately find my old one?
I guess you don't have all the luck then.
I mean, now I have two. You say I don't have a luck, but did I have to pay the $5? I don't think so.
Very true.
So there you go. So now I have two ID cards in case one gets lost again. But that's shit that happened to me. What about you two?
I think that it's time to end this podcast.
End it on a high note.
Yeah.
And all right, we can end it on a high note. We can go check out that fucking roof over there. I can show it to you guys. What?
Outro, damn it.
I've been Staff Sergeant Rubberducky here.
I've been Dojira.
This is Smokey. Hopefully you like our shit. Feel free to hit the like button or subscribe. I'm pretty sure we have a Facebook. I don't know about Twitter yet.
We might as well just to have it.
Yeah.
Let's get that Tumblr shit going.
I'm pretty sure, like, I do have a site for questions, but I don't think you guys ever want to answer questions.
I'm fine with questions. I'm wondering if anyone would ever ask them.
Yeah, I'll put it in the link down.
Right. Sure.
Let's go check that out.